what you must consider before getting into the industry of coaching, consulting, and making a difference to other people's lives. First things first, it is fun, it is lucrative, it is very, very, very rewarding, especially if you do what you love and you really get out of your way to compassionately and passionately make a difference to other people. Okay, so that's first things first. Now, this is what you must consider, okay? And I've got maybe 6 points. Number one, you must be in it for the long term, okay? Surprisingly, I actually kind of deflect or kind of send people away from me when I say that if you're not in it, if you haven't committed to it for the next at least minimum 3 to 5 years, don't bother. Okay, why? If you like anything else, if you get in with the mentality of you want a quick bang and you want to just get in and do what you got to do and get out, or you're thinking of making quick money, then three things are going to happen. Number one, disappointment. Number two, crappy work. Number three, you're going to be annoyed with yourself. Okay, failure is going to be one of those things that kind of gets in your way and you're thinking, damn, I failed at this or that. No, that's why I say long term. Why? With long term, that means that you're going to look, when you find people who are building a small house compared to people who are building a skyscraper, the way they do their work is different. Okay, the planning, the quality of material, how deep they go in terms of foundations is going to determine how beautiful the house is. Okay, so small house, the way they work is totally different from if somebody's building a skyscraper. That is why, if you are getting into this, getting with the mindset of you're going to build a skyscraper, therefore you do the foundations accordingly. They got to be deep. You got to commit 110% and say, you know what, I'm either going to succeed or succeed. There's no going back. Failure is not an option. Okay, so you must think about the long-term period. Number two, it is a people's thing. It is a people thing, and wherever you're working with people, it is a feelings thing. Your ability to have a high sensitivity to empathy and compassion and putting yourself in other people's positions and really caring about human beings is going to be important. So if you're one of those guys like me before, where I was much more of you either do or die, or if you don't like it, get out of here, you have to look at really figuring out, how can I be, for example, for me, I have a term called, how can I be empathetically assertive? Okay, why? Because not only are there feelings involved, if you allow the feelings to overtake everything else, then failure becomes the default. Okay, so you must be able to understand that because you're dealing with human beings, there are feelings involved, therefore act accordingly. All right, next, you must understand that results rule. Okay, results rule, results rule, results rule. If you look at the industry right now, and I know from the guys who have been long term and the short term, there are guys who are looking for short term results and they're on to the next big thing. The shiny object syndrome is amazing, but also the rate of failure on that side of things is quite high. Vis-a-vis the good old guys who have been there, they're slogging away, they know what it takes. Dan Kennedy keeps saying, innovate less, execute more. Innovate less, execute more. Why? Because the more you execute, the more results you get, the better you're going to be able to run your business. Okay, so before you get in, you got to have that and say, okay, how am I going to come up with the best results in the shortest possible time? But those results have got to be really anchored in to make a difference to you, to the people that you serve. Okay, in the course World Class Consultants with Audacity, where we teach coaches, consultants, speakers to build their businesses, we're always asking them for what we call the MVO. You must find your minimum viable offer. How can I deliver the most amazing experience and life transforming result in the shortest possible time? Okay, with oomph and impact. All right, that is very, very important for you to understand. Results rule. So therefore, how do I get results for my people much quicker, much faster? Now, that has got to be thought through, not at the cost of quality or speed for that matter. Okay, it is important that you're able to say, okay, we'll move you first, we'll get you going, but we will not skip the important things, we'll not skip the fundamentals. Next, bring your own spice to the industry. Okay, bring your own thing. Okay, before you get in, ask yourself, okay, actually go and do your values, vision, mission, purpose exercises. Okay, we do this in the very first week, I think on day 3 of the course, where we want you to come with your own with your own chocolate sauce, with your own spice, with your own, you know, whatever it is, because there's so much copy and paste. There's so much, you know, and I've seen this, especially in Messenger, and, you know, you're talking to people, and I see my VA struggling sometimes because you see a lot of, oh, are you about to sell me something? Or I've been down this road, you know, or, you know, oh, this is your script. This is how you're going to. Why? Because everybody's copying and pasting. Okay. Even when you genuinely want to help out, people are so, you know, their antennas for BS and sales are so high that, you know, you mention one thing of help and they're like, ah, here we go. Here comes the sale. Now, if you put your spice on it and you do things differently, okay. For example, I will tell you straight up, you know, guess what? You're doing some things wrong. I can help you fix them. And can we jump on a call? Simple, okay, rather than, you know, trying to sweet talk you. No, I say it the way it is. If you like me, great. If you don't like me, great. Why? There is no money in the middle, okay? It's either me, for me, or not for me, period. Next, you got to understand that it's not about following people blindly, okay? Don't just follow blindly. Take a step back and ask yourself what's going on. Let me tell you, the way I discovered, and this is crucial, the way I actually came up with our proprietary course is, I went and spent so much money, so much time, buying every course you can think about, following all the gurus, doing all this stuff. And then I came to a point where I had so much up here and very little in my pocket because I had so much information and very little execution. Most importantly, it was all juggled up. It was all mixed up. I didn't know, you know, do I do a launch? Do I do what some of it is saying? Do I do what Jeff Walker is saying? Do I do what Frank Khan is saying? Brr. And then I realized, actually, there's a syndicate. You got to just figure out a system that makes sure that you're marketing consistently, that you're putting your message out consistently, that you're building your position as an expert consistently, and that you have results that other people can follow specifically to get the same result. The moment I figured that out, bingo, okay? My students started to get what? Better results, much quicker, much faster. So you got to be thinking about, rather than follow blindly, take a step back and say, okay, in my life, what has given me the greatest results? How can I bring a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, put it together, bingo. It's like doing a nice, beautiful biryani. I love food, okay? I just love good food. And, you know, biryani is bringing together some amazing spices and some rice and chicken and stuff. And when you bring it together with some coconut cream, you got a great meal. Hey, I'm sorry. Sometimes it's almost lunchtime. Okay, that's how I'm feeling right now. So finally, always, whatever you do as you get into this business, as you're thinking about becoming a coach, consultant, speaker, start with clarity. If you want to go further, quicker, faster, start with clarity. Be very clear. Who do I want to serve? What's their biggest problem? What's my solution? How am I going to charge for it? Simple. Get that right. Get in, and you and me will have the ability to not only make a difference, but live life on our terms, because you know I believe in you all the time, every time. Like this video if it makes sense to you. Smash that like button, share it, subscribe, because I'm dropping these all over the place, all the time, every time, with one goal: to give you the ability to also live life on your terms. Until next time, peace.